Arsenal told to take transfer action as Bukayo Saka concern raised by Gunners legend. Arsenal's wish list is currently comprised of a goal-hungry number 9 and a new midfielder. But a club legend warns Mikel Arteta is missing another puzzle piece. Arsenal should prioritize signing a backup for Bukayo Saka alongside a top striker, says David Seaman. Mikel Arteta's side have been relatively lax in the transfer window so far, securing the permanent signing of goalkeeper David Raya and a $42 million deal for Italian defender Riccardo Calafiori. A new midfielder seems to be next up, with a move for Real Sociedad ace Mikel Merino progressing. Striker is also on the agenda, with a Erling Haaland-esque signing perhaps the final piece of Arsenal's title-winning puzzle. However, legendary goalkeeper David Seaman believes that Saka needs a deputy waiting in the wings to relieve pressure on the 22-year-old. "I'd like to see some sort of backup for Saka," Seaman told Betway. "At the end last season we saw when Bukayo was out, Martinelli went on to the right side and he's a right footer. It didn't work as well because they like to show down the right and then cut inside. It didn't work because we didn't have cover for Saka." Athletic Club's Nico Williams has been tentatively linked with a move to the Emirates this summer, although the Gunners seem to be prioritizing targets like Merino. However, a deal is yet to be agreed with Real Sociedad, with both the structure of the deal and the fee involved proving stumbling blocks. With Emile Smith-Rowe having left to join Fulham, plus Rice Nelson linked with a move away, Arsenal find themselves short out wide, particularly if Saka suffers an injury. The Gunners have also been linked with a move for a new center forward, with Ivan Toney and Victor Gyökeres among those mentioned in connection with a switch to the Emirates. "Then the question mark's always about a striker," added Seaman. "Do we need a striker? Do we need a Haaland type? There was a lot of talk with Toney coming, and then they were chasing another striker, but that's not worked out. I think it gives different options to what they've got. But then, Gabriel Jesus. If he has a season without injury, put him in the box, and he's one of the best. Jesus' own future has been up for discussion this summer after a mid-links with a big-money move to Saudi Arabia. But after impressing in pre-season, it seems the Brazilian is staying put and will challenge Kai Havertz. He really is one of the best," Seaman continued in discussion about Jesus. "He's so calm. City did it without a striker before Haaland, and that's what Mikel's probably looking at. I'd like to see a striker and a backup for Bukayo. Midfield for me seems okay. I think Partey will be staying now because there was talk of him leaving. He needs a long, injury-free season as well. Saka, who has become one of Arsenal's most important players, plays almost every game for the team. However, as the demands of domestic and European competitions increase, there is a risk of overloading him, which could lead to fatigue or injury." Seaman pointed out that last season, Arsenal struggled when Saka was unavailable, with players like Gabriel Martinelli being moved to the right wing but not being as effective. This lack of depth and flexibility on the right side of the pitch was seen as a weakness that could hinder Arsenal's performance, especially in crucial matches. Arsenal has already made some moves in the transfer market, including the signing of goalkeeper David Raya and working on deals for other targets, like Mikel Merino. However, Seaman believes that finding a solid deputy for Saka should be a top priority for the club. He mentioned Athletic Club's Nico Williams as a potential candidate, but noted that Arsenal's focus seemed to be elsewhere at the moment, potentially leaving the team vulnerable if Saka were to miss any significant time. Seaman also discussed the need for Arsenal to bolster their attack with a prolific striker, drawing parallels to Manchester City's signing of Erling Haaland. He argued that while Arsenal's current striker options, including Gabriel Jesus, are strong, having a clinical, goal-scoring forward could be the final piece that pushes Arsenal from title challengers to title winners. The discussion also touched on the importance of other positions, but Seaman emphasized that midfield seems to be in a relatively good state, especially if Thomas Partey remains fit and injury-free. He concluded by reiterating that while Arsenal has been proactive in some areas of the transfer market, addressing the depth behind Saka and securing a top striker,